Hello, brothers and sisters. Thank you so much for following us in Facebook with the daily message and prophetic words that come from the Holy Spirit to share with all of you. I hope that you are very blessed with this revelation from heaven. And now I want to invite you to join us in this new prophetic channel to receive more word from God. Today I will speak about the prophetic word for May for this month. May is the fifth month in the year. The number 5 means the power of God, the grace of God. So that means that this month the Lord will show His power and His grace in a supernatural way, in a wonderful way, in an abundant, a powerful way. But we must be connected to the voice of the Holy Spirit to know what He is doing and what He will do. Every month I receive like some prophetic elements or like prophetic figures that God is showing me what He will do. And then of course I can read the Bible and I can understand better what He is speaking to me. This month He is speaking to me through the water. The first week I could see a vision where there was a big river coming from the throne of God, like this. There was the river where the prophet Ezequiel was speaking in the chapter 47 of the book of Ezekiel. You can read at home completely, especially from the verse 1 to the verse 12. God was showing to the prophet Ezekiel what is the design from God, that this river with these living waters can bring life, can bring refreshment, can bring healing, can bring fruitfulness, more sins that come from the divine design from God. God was speaking to me about what was happening all this first month in the year. Many people were facing hard trials, even walking in the desert, or maybe they were suffering proof of fire. Other times they were even suffering many attacks from the enemy. And the Lord was showing me that in this river, when the people are connected and searching more the presence of God, they can receive these living waters coming from the throne to bring all what we need. And that is happening to the people because they are like thirsty. Of course, you were into the fire, or you were walking in the desert with the sun and with no water. But when you are praising the Lord, when you are searching more from the presence of God, you need to be connected to this river to receive all what you need. The Lord is creating in the spiritual environment something new for this month, because all the trials and all the proof are needed to be tested in our faith, in our faithfulness, to be tested in our growing, our maturity, to be ready to enter into the new level. So God was speaking to me that this month the river of God will flow constantly, bringing all what we need to be refreshed, to be washed, to be cleaned, to be healed. All what we need, we will find in the river of God. And God was speaking to me that especially we will receive revelations and more strategies for for the next step into this new season. And God will bring acceleration through these revelations and strategies to be connected with the right alignments in the right position for the new assignments in the kingdom. So I encourage you that you can search more from God and be totally connected to the river of God, and to receive more from these living waters. The living waters cannot stop in our life, cannot stop the flowing of the living water in the congregations, because many people need more from this living water. Jesus is the living water, and He is bringing more healing, more revelation, more restoration, more power through His waters. So all what we need, we can find into this river of God. If you have a radio or one channel of music, you can find the song "The River" from Jordan Felix. You can read one part of the lyric, and he was speaking through this river, and what you can feel when your soul is connected to the river, and how the water is moving, bringing life. And he said, the living water that brings the dead to life. We are going down to the river to pray. Let's get washed by the water, and raise up in an amazing grace. So I encourage you that let's go down to the river to will be changed, down to the river to will be transformed, down to the river to be healed, down to the river deeper and deeper, that we can be transformed in the design from heaven, to receive more power and more grace from God for this new season. Thank you so much for receive all this word, and I pray that you can connect in a different way in this month with the river of God. Thank you so much. God bless you, and we will see you next week in a new prophetic word from heaven.